Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Winston. Today, actually not today, it's tonight. It's night right now. And I just finished shower because I went to the gym. So what I'm going to talk about for tonight, I'm going to talk about what is life goal of Chinese, or you can say what's the purpose of a Chinese life. Okay, for all of the wisdom people, when people talking about what's the purpose of life and what's the life goal of you, probably people we may thinking tell you, okay, for example, if when I study in the USA and my friends say, okay, I'm a Bobbyist. Okay, my life goal is helping others, especially help others achieve the business. That's my life goal. Why I'm doing this because I believe in the God. Okay, I think that's the answer of many people. Okay, the God is the reason why we're doing everything, and God is the meaning of the life. That this is really understandable and is really how to say believable for the wisdom people. Or maybe someone will say, okay, I'm just confused. I don't know what's the purpose of my life. I'm just living here. I believe most people really is like that. But for all this capable person, you really need a purpose of your life. For the Chinese people, we are the same. I can definitely tell you, most of people are very confused about what's the goal of the life and what's the purpose of the life. And but we do see some elite, they need this purpose and life goal to drive them to achieve something great in their life, because they need to require more energy. So what's the life goal of Chinese? This is a question. I can tell you, just in simple words. In Chinese, we have a perfect word to describe the life goal of Chinese. This is 留得生前身后名. Maybe it's hard for you, but you could ask your friends. Ask your Chinese friend, what is this? 留得生前身后名. It means, okay, when you're famous, when I still alive, you're famous. And when you die, after you pass away, your name is still remembered by people. I mean, which means, so when we pursue the life goal of we all need, what we need is, we actually try to find some extension of our life. And for the Chinese people, we are the same. So our ancestors just tell us, the life goal of us is actually remembered by our descendants and be worshipped by our descendants. So we live for our descendants and we fight for our descendants, and we want to be remembered by our descendants. That's the life goal of Chinese. It sounds like very simple, right? When you die and you won't just be remembered by people. You don't want to just go. You want to name always, just especially written in the history Bible, and people also could remember you thousands years and generation by generation. Especially people make compliments on you generation by generation. That's the life goal of Chinese people, and is a life goal of so many ancient Chinese, the emperor, the prime minister, almost everyone. Even right now, for all of this Chinese politician and this Chinese this Chinese celebrity, and all of this big person and all of the somebody of China, I think they are all influenced by this tradition. They say 留得生前身后名, which being famous when you're alive and famous when even you die. That's the life goal of us. For the reason why so it's also the reason why Chinese people are such a big fan of fame, and always try to be famous. You know, in this society, it's different with Western society. Let me give you a real story. I used to join a quiz show, which is very famous in China, and I get the champion. And for this kind of quiz, you have to take a long time to participate in this game. And so I told my wisdom friends, I say, okay, I win the quiz show. I'm going to go to the game. Okay. So my friends are asking, do you get any reward for this? Oh, I wasn't. But he asking, if you join this game, are they going to pay you? No. But for all the Chinese people, even just asking you to participate in this this kind of a TV show is a reward for you. Why? Because you're getting famous. If you're getting famous, you have everything in our culture. Because being famous is so important in our culture. And your fame actually is a power. If I try to explain this, maybe there's lots of questions. Because Chinese people, in the Chinese culture, the being famous, the famous and the name is the same words. I mean, they use the same words to describe the name and famous and fame. So we also have kind of like the name of worship. Okay, that's another issue to explain. Maybe I'm going to make another video to explain this later. But I do want to tell you, being famous is so important for all Chinese people, because this looks at the meaning of a life. We don't have such a very strong religion of a tradition. So people always especially these people who really making money and be very famous and also already achieve doing something great in their life. They may think, maybe they will think, and okay, so I already done everything a normal man, a person can do. So what I'm going to later, okay, they will ask you, okay, I'm going to fight for my descendants, so I can be remembered by them forever. That's what they need. It's not widely be talked by the by the Chinese, because it's far away from our daily life. Because most of us are struggling for just survival. No one may think about something like that. But for these eliters, like the Jackie Ma, right, and even the even the creator of TikTok, and even the creator of WeChat, for all this, especially this big person, they all have been influenced by this. Yeah, and this is Chinese. What else I'm going to talk about? Oh, I'm going to say something deep. Why Chinese people, why being famous is so important for us? It's also because the fame is an extension of our life. Right? So I used to hear the words like that. A man is going to die twice. The first time he died actually is his body leaves this world, and second time to die is the last person who remember him just pass away. So if your name and your fame always keeping this word, that means you are immortal. That's exactly how our Chinese feel about that. This require, but the humanity is that we try to keep our name in the history. That's the success of life. But we all want to have some, as our words is some good name, which means the fame is positive, not negative. That's why so many Asian Chinese emperor, they may choose to fight for their country. Even the emperor of this, even their emperor, they already own everything, but they still fight. That's really motivates this Asian Chinese. Yeah, and it's also kind of my goal of life. I wish I could be some big person and doing something great in my life, and that's why I'm doing this video. Okay, bye. Yeah, see you next time. If you like my video, subscribe. Bye.